Welcome back to Starstruck TV. If you enjoy in-depth recaps, reviews, and all things cinema, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Today we're diving into Netflix's latest thriller, Carry On 2024, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra and starring Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman. Let's unpack this high-tension film. Setting the scene, Christmas Eve at LAX. The film is set on Christmas Eve at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, one of the busiest travel days of the year. Taron Egerton portrays Ethan Kopech. His girlfriend, Nora, played by Sophia Carson, has just revealed that she is pregnant, adding a layer of joy and responsibility to his life. It's established that Ethan isn't exactly shooting for the stars when it comes to his career. Nora encourages Ethan to reconsider his dream of joining the police academy, which Ethan was previously rejected from. Anxious about his future and eager to impress Nora, Ethan requests a promotion at his TSA job. The boss laughs in his face despite his heartfelt speech, claiming he's been quite an average achiever for the 3 whole years he'd been working there. However, his boss allows him to prove himself by taking on a little extra responsibility at the luggage inspection belt, thus changing his destiny and placing him in the situation to come. The inciting incident, an unsettling encounter. During his shift, Ethan is approached by a mysterious traveler, portrayed by Jason Bateman. This enigmatic figure discreetly hands Ethan an earpiece and instructs him to put it on. Through the earpiece, the stranger reveals that he has taken Nora hostage and coerces Ethan into allowing a specific, dangerous package to pass through security without inspection. The threat to his pregnant girlfriend's life forces Ethan into a perilous dilemma: comply with the demands and breach his professional duties, or refuse and risk Nora's safety. The moral quandary, duty versus love. Ethan's internal conflict intensifies as he grapples with the decision. His commitment to his role as a TSA agent is unwavering, yet the immediate danger to Nora compels him to consider the unthinkable. The film effectively portrays Ethan's psychological turmoil, highlighting the human element within the high-stakes environment of airport security. The package, a lethal threat. Under duress, Ethan allows the package to bypass security. Unbeknownst to him initially, the package contains a chemical weapon intended for a terrorist attack. This revelation escalates the narrative tension as Ethan becomes aware that his coerced actions could lead to catastrophic consequences, endangering countless lives. Escalating tension, the involvement of law enforcement. As the plot unfolds, Detective Alina Cole, played by Danielle Deadwyler, of the LAPD becomes involved, investigating the suspicious activities at the airport. Her presence adds another layer of complexity, as Ethan must navigate interactions with law enforcement while under the manipulative control of the antagonist. The film builds suspense through these interactions, keeping viewers on edge about whether Ethan's coerced complicity will be discovered. A race against time, Ethan's desperate measures. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Ethan attempts to outsmart his captor. This cat-and-mouse dynamic intensifies the suspense, as Ethan balances the immediate threat to Nora with the broader imperative to prevent a terrorist attack. The stakes get higher. As Ethan tries to stay one step ahead of his captor, played by Jason Bateman, the scope of the antagonist's plan becomes clearer. The package Ethan allowed through security contains a nerve agent capable of causing mass destruction. It's intended to target a high-profile political figure boarding a commercial flight at LAX, further complicating the narrative. Detective Alina Cole, played by Danielle Deadwyler, now suspicious of Ethan, escalates her investigation. Meanwhile, Ethan secretly attempts to gain more information about the villain, who reveals he's a mercenary hired to destabilize national security. This twist adds a layer of political intrigue to the film, moving beyond a simple hostage situation. Ethan's turning point, risking everything. Realizing the catastrophic potential of the attack, Ethan decides to fight back. He is playing along just enough to get to the next phase unscathed, with an ultimate goal of making sure the suitcase doesn't get on the plane. He also alerts Nora through a coworker that she needs to leave and find authorities for her own safety. One tense sequence sees Ethan intentionally tagging the package for a secondary checkpoint under the guise of routine protocol, or at least that's what he told the villain. The move delays the mercenary's plan, but also places Ethan in immediate physical danger. Jason Bateman's performance shines here, as the villain's calm, calculated demeanor gives way to frustration and menace. Detective Cole closes in. Detective Cole uncovers inconsistencies in Ethan's behavior due to a terminated 911 call attempt. As the climax approaches, Cole discovers the intended target of the attack and coordinates with airport security to mitigate the threat. Her involvement amplifies the tension as the film's various threads converge. Puzzle pieces the clues together. Detective Cole follows a hunch to LAX to investigate potential security threats. On the way, she gets into a gnarly car accident with another villain, undercover as a colleague, trying to derail her investigation. Finally, Cole makes her way to LAX, bumping into Nora, who has been briefed by Ethan on the situation. Ethan makes a plan to allow the suitcase on the flight and allow the flight to take off, and then personally disarming the threat himself, as the villain had taught him earlier in the film. Nora must convince Detective Cole to trust Ethan's instincts, and reluctantly she does. This nuanced portrayal of law enforcement provides a refreshing angle, as Cole balances suspicion with empathy. The high-stakes climax. The final act of Carry On takes place on the plane itself. Ethan covertly boards the aircraft in the luggage hold area. The villain goes down to access his prize and is confronted with Ethan. A physical altercation ensues, blending brutal hand-to-hand combat with the chaotic backdrop of a messy luggage hold. Taron Egerton's performance is particularly gripping here, portraying Ethan's desperation and resolve as he fights to protect both his loved one and the public, putting his own safety at risk. The action choreography is raw and intense, staying true to the film's grounded tone. Finally, and here's the big spoiler, Ethan shoves the nerve gas container into the airtight bomb vacuum box. When the villain goes to collect it, he is instead locked inside for it to detonate on him, making him a victim of the chemical's devastating and deadly effects. It's an excellent moment, instant karma for the villain himself. The aftermath, redemption and resolution. The plane returns to LAX as the captains become aware of the onboard threat. When the plane lands, the authorities are present, and even though his is the last man standing, red-handed, Detective Cole instructs them to let Ethan free, knowing the true heroic role he played. Nora is safely rescued, and her reunion with Ethan provides an emotional payoff to their arc. The film ends on a hopeful note as the couple prepares for the arrival of their child, with Ethan vowing to find a new path forward. Ethan and Cole highlights the importance of trust and teamwork, even in the most dire circumstances. Final thoughts. Carry On excels as a tightly wound thriller that keeps you guessing until the very end. The performances, especially from Egerton and Bateman, anchor the story with depth and intensity. While the plot occasionally leans on familiar tropes, its execution is sharp enough to make those moments feel fresh. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a Starstruck TV deep dive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.